Vintage Sound 93.1 FM, Tony Tone Show from the Unity Point Health Studio. Sunday night, the 88th Annual Academy Awards. Everybody's going to be watching on ABC. Who's going to be the big winners and, well, losers of the night? Grae Drake is the senior editor of one of my favorite websites, RottenTomatoes.com. She's on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline right now, and we're going to talk about, well, the movies. Hey, Grae, how are you?
Really good.
I don't want to start off on a bad note, but why did you make Morgan Freeman cry a couple years ago?
Morgan and I cannot actually physically just call him Morgan. It's always Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman and I have a very complicated relationship.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was watching it on YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh, his eyes are watering up, kind of like this.
I know. That was the first time I'd ever talked to him, and I was horrified.
Oh my gosh.
I just talked to him the other day for London Has Fallen that's coming out.
Right.
And I sat down and I crossed my legs at my ankles, and he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, don't do that on my account." And I looked at him and I was like, and finally when I recovered, I went, please, Morgan Freeman, if I Sharon Stoned you right now, your brain would leak out of your ears.
Oh my gosh.
And he started laughing and he goes, what a way to go, Grae.
Oh, I love it. I'm so jealous of what you get to do because, Grae, I love RottenTomatoes.com. You get to talk to all these cool people. And then for you, I'm sure this is a very exciting weekend with the Academy Awards, right? You got to be pumped up.
It is. It's our Super Bowl. Woo!
Leo DiCaprio is finally going to win, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's definitely. I think that this is one of the biggest locks in the world because he has never won for all of the entertainment that he has given us.
Right.
And it's like, you guys stop holding out on Leo. Just give him the stature. Who obviously wants one. It's like, if he has to make one more serious movie with Scorsese, I'm sure he's going to kill himself.
It seems like the guy, he's such a good humanitarian and a great actor, and The Revenant was just unbelievable. I mean, it was so good. Give him the award and let's move past this, right? I mean, it's just...
Exactly. I mean, he's definitely been in the running before.
Yeah.
He's always first and foremost in our hearts. And finally, thank God, he's starting to look a little older.
Yeah, I love that.
He really went through a lot for The Revenant. I mean, I think it's just such an exceptional film. It's not that it's fun and lighthearted to watch, but it's exciting because Iñárritu's movies show you what movies can be, like that there's still innovation to be done.
Right.
And I thought it was a really simple and elegant story about revenge and done in such a way that is going to get acting awards, directing awards. I think it will win the big Best Picture award. I think that we'll be hearing The Revenant over and over again.
And I think a story that, not that he hasn't gotten the attention he deserves, but how good of a year or great of a year did Tom Hardy have, by the way? I mean... Oh,
man. Killer year. Tom Hardy is incredible.
Because for me, Grae, while I love The Revenant, it was great. Mad Max Fury Road was a masterpiece, in my opinion. They screened it for us a little early down the street at this movie theater, and I sat there. It was probably the best 3D movie I've ever seen, and I enjoyed it so much. And Tom doesn't even have but like a paragraph of total dialogue in the whole thing. So good, though. Oh my gosh! Yeah,
and it was so exciting. The stunts were real. George Miller he's been perfecting this for possibly his whole career, and it really stuck in my mind too as like one of the best times I had at the movies in 2015. I loved that movie, and I'm really excited that it's been awarded so many things.
Yes, and I like what you said about the Revenant and Mad Max, kind of a lot of practical effects, and we even saw that with Star Wars, and not that there's anything wrong with CGI, but it seems like if you can have some reality when you're making these movies, it looks so much better as a finished product, and people appreciate it more, I think.
Well, yeah, and I think it's about trends, too. Like, there have been so many amazing leaps and bounds made in the computer-generated effects world. that it happens and we don't even know it now.
Right.
Their computer effects have gotten so good, but I think now the pendulum's kind of swinging back the other way, where anything is possible when you use computers, but it's more fun for a lot of these filmmakers to see what's possible in real life. So BB-8 in Star Wars was a real thing, a real ball that rolled. And, for the Revenant, they only shot using natural light.
Wow.
And then almost all the stunts in Mad Max were real.
Right.
And that's cool, man. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I love when they can do that. And it's interesting, that trend from 2015, and then we get into 2016, and I was really excited to see Deadpool, and I think it's got to be so vindicating for Ryan Reynolds. Fox and Marvel gave him a tiny $58 million budget. The movie's already made $500 million. Of course, they're going to do a sequel. Reactions from you on Deadpool? Did you like it? I'm assuming you did, right?
I didn't just like it. I saw it 2 times in 2 days. Because I only have to see this stuff once for work. But when I really like a movie, I see it more than once. So it wasn't even out yet, and I was like, "Oh man, there's another screening. I'll go." And because you miss the jokes the first time around because you're busy laughing so much. And Deadpool was smart. It was true to the character in the comic books. Ryan Reynolds was born to play that character, and I just hope that the movie studio doesn't get their fingers in it. Because before, like you said, they didn't pay any attention. They just handed him a small little check and said, "Have fun, John Boy," and patted him on the head.
Right.
And I hope that now they don't actually pay attention to the script.
Grae, we're running out of time. I just want, as we look ahead to March, I'm a huge Batman fan. Batman, Superman, March 24th, 25th premieres. I'll be there opening night to see it. Are you excited about that? Are you nervous? I feel like I'm a little cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. I hope it's good. I've heard some rumors that people are really loving it.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, and so I have faith. I love Henry Cavill. I think Ben Affleck is going to be good. And I've heard, the rumor is, that Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman steals the show.
Fantastic. I love that. Well, that makes me feel so much better. Listen, Grae, thank you for the time. RottenTomatoes.com. That's the only place I go when it comes to movies, and you kept me from seeing Zoolander 2, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. Have a great, as you said, Super Bowl weekend with the Oscars, and I hope to talk to you again soon, okay?
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Take care, Grae. Bye.
Bye.